Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Thursday the 27th, and today was a rainy, cold, windy, crappy day outside. It was still a beautiful day to be alive and yada yada, all that crap, but weather-wise it was just crappy and wet and cold and kind of miserable. Ended up getting up fairly early for me, got some stuff around here done, headed out, went and dropped my dog off at my dog sitter, and then headed up to Ames to look at that bus for sale. Ended up getting up there about an hour and 45 minutes before the guy was going to meet us. That was kind of one of those things where we could have definitely would have liked to have had an extra hour of sleep. Would have been a nice thing to have, but instead we ended up kind of hanging around there. We did end up figuring out how to get in the bus. The back hatch wasn't locked, so we were able to get in there and kind of do a fairly decent look over and kind of get some general ideas about it. I had the hood pop, checked the oil, fluids, belt, all that kind of junk for them. Unfortunately, with it being rainy and wet, I was not willing to climb underneath the bus to look underneath it thoroughly, but it seemed to be pretty decent for what it was. A little bit of rust. I pointed out different spots here and there. Some of the stuff I'd want to change and want to get fixed on it, just kind of the general, without knowing much about it and that. Went ahead and finally the guy's father showed up. He had the title overnighted to him, and he went ahead and showed up there with the key to the bus. Got in there, which I guess there's actually a key in the bus, but we didn't know that at the time, so on and so forth. Went ahead and tried to fire it up, and of course, the battery's dead, didn't start, which he said was kind of a weird thing, because he's the one who every spring would get it out, take it down to the bus mechanic, let them look it all over, give it a checkup, give it oil change, all that kind of stuff, and it's the first time it's never not started in like the 9 or 10 years they've had it. And one of those things, you realize the fact that it didn't get used last year for RAGBRAI, so it's probably been sitting instead of 12 months, probably been sitting 18 months or so in the process. So definitely, as expected, jumped it with the car. Luckily, where the battery's out on the driver's side, halfway back in the bus, we could actually get to it, and the cables were long enough. Got it fired up, popped off pretty quick for setting that long, and you could smell it was kind of carved up a little bit and stuff, and run a little rich there, and it fired off. And the gas is smelling old. Like I said, it's been there possibly 18 months, maybe 2-year-old gas in that bus. It's been around. It's not been used for quite some time. There was a nice little exhaust manifold. Don't know if it's a donut in between the two manifold and the actual exhaust was leaking, or if it's on the manifold itself. I didn't feel like digging around there too much trying to figure it out. Went ahead, took it for a little test drive and that, show them out. None of them know how to drive stick worth a damn. So we drove the bus for a little bit. Seemed like a decent bus. They were asking like $2,500 for it. As we were coming back, I told her, I said, I just called the guy and offered him $2,000. There's needs new front tires, the exhaust manifold, a couple different little things and that. We looked up before the guy got there on eBay and that, what tires would cost to give a general idea and that kind of thing. So that worked out good. We had a ballpark where it would be. There's some paint's a little worse shape we thought. The front tires being as bad a shape as they were was what was the most disappointing part for me, because that guy clearly knew that and misrepresented that to me. That would have upset me in the fact, but they were undaunted by the fact. They did get it offered. They offered $2,000. He came back saying he didn't want to go that low, blah blah. And she goes, well, maybe I'll meet you halfway in there. And he said, I'll do it for $2,100. So it's one of those things that she's not good in negotiating. I almost kind of wanted to make the call myself and pretend to be the husband making the conversation, but I wasn't involved in it. So they got it for $2,400 or $2,100. They saved $400 in the deal, and that'll buy them 2 new tires and hopefully get the manifold fixed. They'll be at the $2,500 range. Well, it's got some couches in it and stuff. They need to be thrown out and burnt. There wasn't really nothing worth saving there. On the drive back home, the wipers work, all the lights work, the heater works, all that kind of stuff. It's just noisy. That exhaust leak was just a giant pain in the butt. There's also the bottom of the door on the front, the little folding door was rusted out, so we had like a blanket or like a towel stuffed down in there. Keeps some wind noise down. Overall, it did good though. It runs straight down the road, pulls a little bit to the left. Went ahead, made it to Des Moines, stopped in there and got something to eat. Went ahead and filled it up with topped the tank off. It was about a half tank or so, which I don't know if the top half is bigger than the bottom half or so on and so forth. So until you get more out of it, I don't know how far down to let it go. It costs $116 to fill it up from halfway, so I'm guessing we're a couple $100 into that baby when it comes time to actually fill it up from empty. Part of me wants to drive around with a 5-gallon gas can until it runs out, just to see how much it would cost to top that thing off. But I don't think that's ever going to happen with them. So either way, it's not a big deal. They've got a handful of things I recommended to them, getting changed up, getting updated and that. Not really a big deal. Not sure if we'll get to it all. Who knows? I kind of offer to maybe take on some of those tasks since neither one of them are handy people. Just kind of hire myself out to do some of that work on the bus, adding 12 volt, basically cigarette lighter stuff or chargers, adapting in some fans, that kind of stuff. Maybe building the bunk bed type things, whatever. But the one worst part about the trip coming back, there's no cruise control. The seat was short, which is that weird, not comfortable, that constantly feathering the throttle and fighting that sucks in your feet. And this bus has the stiffest damn clutch I've ever been in my life. I thought my dad's old 4x4 truck was bad, and this thing was just insane. Like, I know a handful of people who would not be able to push the clutch in. Like, it's literally that tight of a clutch. But we got home. Basically, it all went down. The one thing that being so loud, I was trying to talk in the bus and stuff. You're like yelling. That's why my throat's kind of jacked up. Plus, standing on the cold and the rain, my throat, basically acting up on me today. So I'm gonna get myself some vitamin C. Hopefully, kick that baby in the butt before it gets too out of hand. Did get home tonight. Got my run on. Found out that my buddy's not gonna need me to help him move his son home from Michigan. Some stuff fell through. Not sure what's going on there. They're supposed to be out of their place by Sunday. We just found out today, and they don't have any place at all to move to in Des Moines, which I thought they did. It's kind of back and forth there, so who the heck knows? My buddy's daughter rode up with him, a teenage daughter rode up with him, and she's stuck now in Michigan. So I think she has to be at school Monday, so we got to figure something out here pretty quick, but who knows there. So pretty much not much going there except tomorrow's canceled. So I did go pick my dog up tonight, went and got him, brought him back home and that, and hopefully it's a giant crazy windstorm out. I was out running, it's like 24 mile an hour gusts. That was ridiculous. The dog's not a big fan of the weather and the rain and the wind mostly shaking the house. And he had kind of a rough day over there. They got a new dog at their house that they dog set. And him and that beagle did not get along at all. Like, I guess he was just, odd the whole day. And there's a lot of things. So I'm really glad the trip was canceled tomorrow. Actually, I was happy with the fact. So we're able to go ahead and spend the night here, and I got to find someone else to watch my dog for me, because if the way they said some of the things he was doing, I'm just not going to have him involved with that over there. So now I'm kind of that. If it comes down to desperation, I can go ahead and take him back over there, but I'm going to do my best to find someone else that can babysit my dog. So who knows how long that's going to take and how well it's going to go, but we'll figure it out. So other than that, not a lot happening. I will talk to you tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.